Hi, my little Linky Dinkers. How are we doing today? I've decided to jump into a bit of a video, long form for you today. I know that many of my network were unable to attend my talk yesterday with strategy queen Cassidy Mason at Santander Work Cafe, in which we revealed the best way to build a business strategy and marketing strategy for success. So Cassidy lent into the steps you need to take to build a great business strategy, whereas I focused on how to build a great marketing strategy. So I wanted to share with you my part of the talk today, and hopefully you'll get some value from that. So for the next 15 minutes or so, I'm going to share with you some insights, some thoughts, and some considerations of what you need to include to create a killer marketing strategy. Now, I wonder if you knew how many small to medium-sized businesses don't have a marketing strategy in place within their business. According to the Marketing Maturity Report by the Marketing Centre, 67% of all businesses that are small to medium-sized do not have a marketing plan. Now, why do you think that is? Well, there's several reasons I think why that could be. The first one could be that individual that is responsible for creating that marketing plan may have a fear of failure. What if what they create doesn't hit the spot? What if what they create doesn't perform well or generate the leads or sales or achieve the objectives that the business wants? And they worry about their future within the business. So they may be reluctant to create that marketing strategy. Also, a lot of companies don't actually know where to begin with a marketing strategy. Like, how do you actually write a marketing strategy anyway? There's also that aspect of making sure that you've got metrics to measure your marketing strategy. After all, how are you going to know how well it's performing if you can't measure it against metrics? Also, for some businesses, and the people that are creating that strategy, they may not have buy-in from the board or the senior management team. I don't think marketing is important. We don't need a strategy. We don't need a plan. That can often be the case in some businesses, and that could be the reason why some of these businesses don't have a marketing strategy. Now, before you even begin to create a marketing strategy, the most important thing you need to consider is your business strategy. Now, even if you don't have a business strategy, consider the vision of your business. What is it that you want to be known for? What do you want to achieve? Where do you want to go to? How can you build a marketing strategy for success if it is at odds with your overall strategy or vision? Now, when you start to create a marketing strategy, I bet you consider these 3 questions here. You inwardly focus and you become quite selfish. Oh, what am I going to achieve? How much money am I going to make? How quickly am I going to achieve my goals? The point here is, don't be selfish when you create your marketing strategy. Because it's not you, it's not about you, it's about me. You see, in the early stages of creating that marketing strategy, it's really easy to think selfishly and be inwardly focused about what you as a business want to achieve. But don't do that. Instead, look outward and consider your customers. And by considering your customers, that's where your buyer persona comes in. You see, majority of businesses often think inwardly, and they often think about what they want to achieve as a business, and they create a marketing strategy around that. If you do that, you're going to operate in a sea of sameness. It's only businesses that put their customers first and at the core of their marketing strategy that truly, truly shine. So let's talk about buyer personas. Now, your buyer persona is not Stacy, who likes hiking with her pet Labradoodle. We'll call this one Frank. You see, you can give your buyer persona a name, and I think that is also important to give that persona an identity. So you could give it a name, an age, a socioeconomic or demographic. You can give it all of that, but that's not where it ends. You actually need to get under the skin of your potential buyers. Start to consider, what are the problems or barriers or issues that they face day to day, and how is it that your product or service can help them solve their issues or problems? Where do they like to hang out? Okay, that's really important. Where do your customers like to hang out? What I mean by that is, where are they engaging with other businesses? Are they on Facebook? Are they on LinkedIn? You need to know this, because this is going to help you when you are placing out your campaign activity. There's no point you pushing all your branding and your campaigns out in the wrong area. Okay, so that's really important to understand at this early stage. How do your customers like to engage? For example, do they like to speak to you on a face-to-face basis? Are they happy with emails? Maybe they're comfortable with an online website chat. And also, how do they buy from you? Do they like to come to a store? Are they happy to buy online? Do they seek out reviews and testimonials and social proof about your brand before they'll consider buying from you? And also think about that purchase decision and consider their purchasing motivations and their purchasing decisionary method. For example, do they need to confer with other people, perhaps their loved ones, their friends and family? Do they need to seek out reviews from other people before they commit to buying from you? This is super, super important as an exercise to do before you even begin to write your marketing strategy. Because if you don't consider your customers, how are you going to build something that is going to resonate with them, appeal to them, and be successful for your business? Now, your buyer's motivation is probably the first place to start when writing that marketing strategy. Think about why customers buy from you over others. I buy from you because you offer me free delivery. I buy from you because of the quality of the product that you offer. It's unrivaled in the market. No, none of your competitors are doing it as well as you are. Oh, I buy from you because you make me feel like your only customer. You really take care of me, and I really appreciate the service that you offer. By getting under the skin of your clients and beginning to understand their motivations, that's where it all begins. Now, you've considered your customers and you've spent quite a lot of time researching those personas. That is super, super important work and will really hold you in good stead for the future. But it's also really important to consider what your competitors are doing, because that will help you to differentiate your offer or your brand identity differently to what else is out there. What do you do or offer that your competitors don't? This could help you with future positioning and also your comms strategy. Now, with any marketing plan, it's super, super important to set up SMART goals within it, or SMART objectives. SMART stands for specific, measurable, achievable, realistic or relevant, and timely. Let's imagine that your company has a vision to wow its customers and to exceed expectations. So it's very service focused. You might then set up a SMART goal for increasing your customer satisfaction score by, say, 25% in the next 6 months. That's a SMART goal. It's specific because it's aligning with your company's vision. It's measurable because you're going to be able to measure customer satisfaction through customer surveys, seeking feedback, seeking out social proof and testimonials. It's achievable. You've promised to invest in 20 new customer support agents, and you're also going to give them some training on how to be more efficient on the phone and to resolve the most popular customer complaints more quickly and efficiently. It's realistic and relevant because you have aligned it to your overarching business strategy, and it's timely. You're giving yourself 6 months to achieve that goal, and you believe that that is a realistic time frame to achieve it. So now it's about positioning, okay? Now, a killer marketing strategy is a blend of great communications, talking your customers' language, addressing their problems, really promoting ways that you can call out their motivation to buy, but you're also promoting in places where they like to hang out. It's the placing or positioning that we're talking about. You see, if you don't choose the right marketing channels to promote your product and service, how are you going to achieve a successful marketing strategy? When you went and did your customer persona exercise, you worked out where your customers like to hang out. So that is where you promote, okay? But you also need to consider frequency. So things like if you're not promoting your product or service frequently enough, you're spreading yourself too thin. Equally, if you're promoting too much, that's overkill and it can put your customer off. So make sure that you're choosing the right channels and you're putting out the right frequency to be successful. So it's now time to tackle your comms, okay? And what you say and where you say it is the linchpin to the success of your marketing strategy. The thing is, you're not always going to get it right the first time. And there might be ways that you need to tweak and improve. That's why iteration is so key with marketing, okay? Dive into your data, work out what's working, look at your Google Analytics, look at website traffic, dwell time, bounce rates, most popular content on your website. Maybe you've got a landing page for your campaign. How often is that visited? If you're promoting that landing page in lots of different places, are you using Google Track links to actually track and measure the success of each of these elements of your campaign? That is super, super important because you might need to tweak your headline. Maybe you need to change out the imagery, or perhaps the content isn't hitting the mark. Maybe your call to action button isn't in a right position. Maybe the color's wrong. Maybe the language on that button needs to change. It's really important to keep testing out all those little elements of your campaign until you find the winning formula. Now, last point, and probably the most important point of all, is to achieve a successful marketing strategy, you have to make sure your people are involved in it. How do you expect to achieve your marketing goals if you haven't got the buy-in of your people? I gave you that example of customer satisfaction, and the goal is to increase customer satisfaction by 25%. But what if you haven't told your customer support team that's your aim? What if you haven't shared with them the vision of what you think success looks like? How are they going to help you achieve that? So your people are the determining factor of whether your marketing strategy will win or it bombs. If you've got really bold plans and you're shaking up your marketing strategy, make sure you bring your people along with your vision. Otherwise, it will fail. Thanks for watching my video and slides. I hope you found them of use. If you're interested in learning a bit more about me and how I support businesses, whether that's through LinkedIn, offline, or indeed through other online guises, you know where to find me. Drop me a DM, connect with me. It will be great to meet you. Thank you.